right now, officials want to make it easier for out-of-towners to come to International Drive. We'll tell you what improvements the airport has in store to make arriving here in Central Florida smooth sailing.
Plus, International Drive is the epicenter for tourists here in Orlando. But are you safe walking up and down the street? The information you need to know to make sure you and your family are safe.
And find out how the money you spent along International Drive is helping businesses to stay open and keep the economic engine running here in Central Florida.
Mustang Media starts right now.
Little cars, trolleys, buses, taxi cabs, motorcycles.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Robert Baez.
And I'm Brittany Chambers. Tonight, it's all about International Drive, as we go inside and out to find out what makes this place so unique.
This evening, you are not going to hear about all the fun and attractions and rides International Drive has to offer. Instead, we will show you iDrive's impact on business, safety, and travel.
We begin tonight with travel. So just how do the millions of vacationers that come to iDrive in Central Florida get here? Most come through the International Airport, and officials want to make traveling through it hassle-free. Noah Stanley has all the details.
The Orlando International Airport is the 13th busiest airport in the country. It plans to expand by building a terminal exclusive for international flights. The project will cost $1.1 billion. However, some travelers feel that the airport is just fine the way it is. The airport is currently designed to handle 24 million people, but passengers travel is expected to exceed to 40 million by 2016.
It would depend on what type of expansion they're planning. I mean, if it will lead to less congestion, I think that would be a good thing.
The $1 billion expansion will include a brand new people mover, new concessions, and a new parking garage to accommodate the increase of tourists to Central Florida. Accommodations and resources that airport officials hope will make Orlando the world's most popular tourist destination. The new international terminal is not set to open until 2019. From Orlando International, I'm Noah Stanley, and this is Mustang Media.
Thanks so much, Noah, for that report.
International Drive, Orlando's hub for tourist attractions. But while enjoying all the fun and games, don't think for a second that you can let your guard down. People come to International Drive to eat, shop, and visit the theme parks. Some people we spoke to feel that it's totally safe.
Everything's pretty nicely maintained, at least at this end of town, so it feels clean and safe, and there's a lot of activity.
But little do they know that there's plenty to be wary of.
It's simple, they're unaware of their surroundings, they're visiting, they're spending money in most cases where they're on vacation or a holiday. So they're here to have a good time, and unfortunately sometimes the bad element of people try to prey on those people.
Although Orlando is not the only city that is known for its tourism, it is important to keep tourists safe in order for Orlando to thrive economically.
Tourism is important to us here in Orange County. It's the economic engine for the county. We want people to feel safe here. We want them to enjoy themselves.
And if you witnessed or are a victim of a crime, don't hesitate to call 911 immediately. It can help to save someone's life.
And you know, Robert, it's not just about getting your bag stolen. As we both learned today, crossing iDrive can be a unique challenge of its own. And Mustang Media's Stephanie Romero got an exclusive interview with the Florida Highway Patrol to learn a little bit more about just who's to blame.
iDrive is very well known for its fun activities and tourists from around the world, but is also known as one of the most dangerous streets to cross. According to the Florida Highway Patrol, there has been at least 104 crashes along the busy roadway since January of last year. Sergeant Kim Monta says the crashes usually involve tourists.
When they're crossing, they've got to look out for those cars. We notice that people could be distracted by being on their phone, talking to somebody in the car. So the people walking across the street, even though they have the right of way, still have to make sure that these cars are stopping.
On this day, our cameras captured tourists waiting for minutes just to cross busy iDrive. For tourists like Angela Harris, cars not yielding to the caution signs has her confused and terrified.
As a tourist, I'm not sure whether I need to put my foot on the crossing. We've done that and the traffic's still come, so we have to just try and wait. So I don't quite understand the rules of those crossings, and I think they're dangerous.
And despite the abundance of signs and lights warning drivers to stop for pedestrians, Florida state troopers say the more tourists walking down I-Drive, the more pedestrian accidents that occur.
The crash numbers have increased, and we see peaks during the year when we have more tourists in the area. Not that all the crashes are involving tourists, but we do typically see more crashes during our busier months, March, April, May, and then into the summer.
And Sergeant Montez has one clear message. If you're caught violating pedestrian laws, you will pay a hefty fine. This is Stephanie Romero on iDrive, Mustang Media.
Thanks, Stephanie. It's without question, iDrive is known for its attractions and amusement parks.
But for business owners, iDrive takes on a whole other meaning. Ernesto Gonzalez is along the north section of iDrive with the story.
Here at the International Shops Plaza off Kirkman and iDrive, business owners depend on foreign money. In fact, the owner of this shop behind me says it's all about the cold, hard cash. We took our cameras out along a shopping plaza on International Drive, where we talked to business owners about their drive to be on iDrive. When it came down to the business and their regular customers, one thing was made fairly clear about who loves iDrive the most.
Mostly Brazilians, Spanish. They come down by the droves in the summertime and they take care of, they really feed you. Brazilians are amazing people. They come here and they just come and spend.
In fact, Brazilians spend so much on iDrive that a part of it is commonly referred to as Little Brazil. The interest the tourists share when it comes to iDrive has allowed businesses to flourish and grow for many years, which in turn has earned the gratefulness of shop owners.
The most important thing about iDrive is the tourism. No one else is coming here. I mean, local traffic is, I do get local traffic because I'm selling an odd item. Other than that, it's just tourism. You know, I live off the tourists. I've always lived off the tourists.
According to Visit Orlando, Orlando's official tourism association, in 2011, Orlando was able to generate more than $31 billion in both domestic and international spending, a figure business owners want to keep growing even more. On iDrive, Ernesto Gonzalez, Mustang Media.
Ernesto, thanks so much for that report.
And we want to thank you for watching Mustang Media's report on the economic, safety, and international impact the iDrive corridor has on Central Florida.
We have enjoyed our experience walking and driving it, and we hope you enjoyed our reports on it.
I'm Brittany Chambers.
And I'm Robert Baez. Thanks for watching, and good night.